When you have restaurants indoors in a situation where you have a high degree of infection in the community, you're not wearing masks, that's a problem.
I think indoor dining is another one that we know is a major spreader of the infection. When we've seen indoor dining reopen in other parts of the world, other parts of the country, it has certainly correlated with an increase in transmission in the community.
Our medical experts have identified bars as among the highest risk locations, and we need your help in limiting risk for yourselves, your fellow students, and members of our community.
So my name is Kathryn Pizzuti. I work at Farm Bell near the corner. I feel pretty safe during work. I'm Sarah Hetherington. I work at Asado, and I feel pretty safe working there for sure. I've worked there since late July, so about like 3 months. I applied because originally my friend recommended it for me.
I'm Graysen. I'm a third year. I've worked my current job since the beginning of July, so most of the summer and all of the semester.
So we're pretty much at full capacity, besides they only do a couple tables in each room, but instead of all of the tables, so that it's a little less compact in each room.
So I definitely think it's a better situation than other bars and restaurants because we like enforce mask wearing, we like prevent like people intermingling, we like stick to our quotas, and we also make sure that people are with their parties at their tables. I would say like people don't really have a lot to do right now during COVID for fun, especially first years that are in their dorm all the time. I think like it's a good atmosphere and a way to like get out and about and like hang out with friends and have a good time.
Students definitely try to see what they can get away with to make it as normal as possible. Because as we have larger groups, especially because we serve alcohol at our establishment, so people will come and get drunk, they can be a little bit harder to manage as they get more drunk.
Some people will actually like not wear a mask and like bend over the host stand and are in our faces and don't realize it, I don't think. At that point, we'll tell them to back up and wear a mask, and if they don't do that, like we'll get a manager.
Part of the reason I did choose this job over the other ones on the corner were because they were doing the best at having safe policies and enforcing them. And we also have bar tables as opposed to bar seats, so people, that kind of reinforces the mindset of like things have changed, like you need to come, you need to sit, drink, and leave. Whereas I think if we still had bar seats and people were just congregating around the bar, it would kind of reinforce the old mentality and the old mindset of getting drunk and socializing.
It doesn't really feel like I'm at extreme risk or like anyone is. The customers, I would say, a lot of older people. I've never been sick and like gone there, and I've gotten like tested a lot, but I always get nervous that like, what if I am like asymptomatic and I give it to them? So I feel more of a risk towards like them than myself, if that makes sense.
I 100% think like Asada's policy is a good policy, just because I think that's the best way to have the business open while like also serving as a bar. Yeah, definitely compared to like Trent and Boylan, what I've like seen or drove past. The long lines outside of both of the clubs looks problematic.
There's a couple restaurants that even though I love them, I haven't gone because friends who worked there, things that they have told me or what people have witnessed, that I just don't feel safe there anymore. I think if you're in a place where it's still set up how it used to be, people are more likely to just kind of fall back into their old behaviors and their old patterns.